This video shows how you can write a custom Ajax callback to do a search in the grid component to search for all the records that the user checked. So you can see here we have a grid component with a checkbox column, and the checkbox column is turned on by selecting this option over here, has checkbox column, and I've also turned on this option here called multiple pages, which allows me to select click on checkboxes on multiple grid pages, not just the current page. So to demonstrate the functionality, I'm going to go here now and click on, say, those two records from page 1, Elfke and Anatter, and then go to page 2 and select Dumont. So now I've selected 3 records, and then go and select a 4th record over there, and now I'm going to go and click on a button to search on checked rows. So you can see now that we do a Ajax callback, and we do a grid search now for all of the records that were checked. Then if we go and click the show all button, then we go back to seeing all records in the grid. So let's take a look now at what's going on behind the scenes. So first we can see here that our first button, which is search on checked, just is doing an Ajax callback using, well, actually we could have defined that using action JavaScript. So let's just go back there and add a new action. So we'll go here and define an Ajax callback, and the name of our function that we want to use to execute, to handle the callback, is called the function that we're going to use is called process checked. So now let's go and take a look at the XBasic behind the process checked function. But also quickly before we do that, let's go and take a look here at the show all command, see what that does. And that's executing some JavaScript called show all, and we knew that by just going to the insert grid method here and searching for show all, and we can see that the show all method removes any filters that were applied by the user and shows all the records. So that then this button now removes the filter. So let's go now and take a look at the XBasic function that we wrote to handle the callback. So here's our function called process checked, and what I'm going to do here is put in a debug 1 statement and then run it in working preview so we can see how this function executes. So let's go ahead now and click OK, save this, go over into working preview, go and check, say, 2 records, and then click on the button. So if we click on the button, let's just clear all watches right now. So the first thing that I'd like to do is show you what's inside E. So you can see that inside E here, one of the things that's inside E is e.checkbox rows dot and then count checked. So this tells you how many rows the user actually checked. So now we know in our loop basically how many records we're going to process. If the count is 0, then we're going to construct an Ajax a JavaScript response that says alert, you did not check any rows, and then send that as the return value of our function to the browser, so that the browser can show the user that alert message. So I'm going to pause now and pick it up in the next video.